Good day, everyone. I am Trinamikulina Tawaga from BS Ed Sciences 3A. This is the continuation of weather forecasting with the subtopic of weather forecasting using surface map. At the end of the lesson, students are able to define, read, and forecast using the surface map. What is surface weather map? The most popular surface weather map is commonly known as surface weather analysis. It provides a view of weather elements over a geographical area at a specified time based on information from ground-based weather stations. The surface weather map shows as the temperature, pressure, humidity, cloud cover, precipitation, and the winds. So here are some forecasting rules of thumb using the surface weather map. First, for short intervals, mid-latitude cyclonic storms and fronts tend to move in the same direction and at approximately the same speed as they did during the previous 6 hours. Second, the low-pressure areas tend to move in a direction that parallels the isobars in the warm air ahead of the cold front. Third, lows tend to move toward the region of greatest surface pressure drop, whereas highs tend to move toward the region of greatest surface pressure rise. And lastly, surface pressure systems tend to move in the same direction as the wind at 5,500 meter, the 500 MB level. So, the speed at which the surface system moves is about half the speed of the winds at this level. So this is an example of a simplified surface weather map that portrays an early winter weather conditions on Tuesday at 6 o'clock a.m. So as you can see, there is a single isobar that drawn around the pressure center that shows their positions without lettering map. So take note that the open wave cyclone, Malaysia open wave cyclone that developing over the central plains, Malaysia central plains, is forming along a cold front, light rain, light snow, and even sleet ahead of a warm front. So this dashed line here indicates the weather system 6 hours ago. So muna siyang cold front 6 hours ago and warm front 6 hours ago. So those region or area that is shaded green indicates that they are receiving rain precipitation, and those area nga shaded white are experiencing snow, and this um, area that shaded pink are experiencing freezing rain or sleet. So in interpreting the surface weather map, we must keep in mind that the surface low pressure, we have a cloudy weather and have a precipitation and a cyclonic flows that tend to move in a counterclockwise direction. On the other hand, the surface high pressure, we experience a clear and fair weather conditions and anticyclonic flows that tend to move in clockwise direction on northern hemisphere. So if the steeper surface pressure gradient, so meaning the isobars that are closer together, it means that we experience a stronger winds. In contrast, if the isobars are farther farther apart, so the winds are weak. So if the surface wind flows from high pressure to lower pressure and across isobars and angle, the winds are deflected to right in northern hemisphere and left in southern hemisphere because of the Coriolis effect. So this is a simplified key nga atong makita sa surface weather map. So first, the fronts. So when we say cold front, the colder air coming means stormy. We experience a stormy weather. And warm front, the warmer air coming, we experience cloudy or a little bit rain or something. Then the stationary front is no changes of weather. Then the occluded front is a cold or warm front combined. Then the other one is the precipitation atong nakita ganina, which is the light snow, the light rain, sleet, and the thunderstorm, and also the kanisha the station model, which indicates here the wind direction. Example kay kanisha diri wind direction meaning nagikan ang wind, so dire naka-point man siya is sa north, so sa north nagikan ang wind. Then kani siya indicates the wind speed, so isa ka inani one line indicates 10 knots, then half line ana niya indicates 5 knots. Then kato na yung like a triangle shape, so indicates 50 knots. So kani siya diri, the upper left indicates air temperature, and this one dew point, and this one indicates the cloud cover. Then kani siya kay wala man siya black, so meaning clear sky. So this is an example of a 500 millibar chart for 6 o'clock a.m. Tuesday, showing the wind flows. So the light orange here represents the position of the surface low. So the wind aloft tend to steer surface pressure systems along, and therefore, as we observe the 500 millibar upper air chart, it suggests that the surface low pressure, surface low here, the surface low should move the northeast at a speed of 25 knots. So solid lines here, solid lines are contours in meters above sea level. So as what I've said earlier, that if steeper surface pressure gradient, so meaning the isobars are closer together, they experience or they have a stronger winds. So this figure is projected 12 and 24 hours movement of fronts, pressure systems, and precipitation from 6 o'clock a.m. Tuesday until 6 o'clock a.m. Wednesday. So based on the upper level of 500 millibar chart, Um, the area of our low pressure are located in Kansas that probably moved to the north and east at about 25 miles per hour. So it take about 12 hours from its current location, which is the Kansas, to Chicago, then another 12 hours um, that will move to the north state of Ohio. So as you can see that the cold front, Manisha cold front and the warm front are also moving to Chicago. Then this cold front and warm front are combined, then results to occluded front. So mo ni siyang murag violet nga na pagka blue, then something ina na. So mo ni siya ang cold front and warm front combined that results to occluded front. And these occlusions are depends on time. So this kind of front, especially in the low pressure area, is experiencing at its strongest point. So on the other hand, the high pressure that located to the northwest of our surface chart is tend to move to the southeast, following the upper level chart that brings cold dry air. Then another high pressure area that is located in the east are moving off toward the north in Atlantic This Ocean. Is the surface weather map for the last position of tropical cyclone. So this forecast verified that the low pressure ends up in the southeast of Chicago. Naraman diri ang Chicago. Then the isobars indicating that the lines are equal pressure at the surface. So as you can see that the station are kanisha ang iyahang wind direction are pointing on the northwest. So mo ni siya ang imuhang wind direction, and snow na siya ang snow. Then along with this cold front down to this area, they are experiencing or receiving a gusty weather, just like strong winds, rain, and etc. So, and these warm front are also experiencing rainfall. So take note that those shaded green are receiving a rain, and those shaded white are receiving snow, and those that are shaded pink are experiencing a sleet or freezing rain. So this video is an example of how we interpret the surface weather map.
You turn on the TV and watch your favorite weather person talking about what weather to expect. A map is shown with a bunch of H's, L's, and lines on it. What does all this mean? Well, the H's represent an area of higher air pressure. Higher air pressure is generally associated with fair or good weather. Air is moving in a clockwise fashion away from the high pressure. The L's represent an area of lower air pressure. Lower air pressure is generally associated with cloudy or stormy weather. Air is moving in a counterclockwise fashion towards the low pressure. The blue lines with the points show the leading edge of colder air, so it is known as a cold front. The points show the direction the cold air is moving. The red lines with the rounded symbols are the leading edge of warmer air and is known as a warm front. Like the cold front, the rounded edges show the direction of air movement. A line having alternating cold and warm front symbols is a stationary front. This means there are two different air masses next to each other, but neither one is moving. A purple line with the cold and warm front symbols on the same side is called an occluded front. When this is present, it means the low pressure system is beginning to fade away. From these few basics, look at a map of current weather conditions. Can you predict what direction the wind is coming from on different parts of the map? What kind of weather is occurring based on the H and L pressure positions on the map?
And that's all. Thank you.